All right, jumping back into another tournament. Intensive training shoot now on the line. We are seeded Goers versus Sykes, Beasts versus Fangs. Gonna see how this shakes out. For shoot, I think we're going for Vilucha. I think Vilucha, this is actually the last intensive training shoot to claim, to be honest. So this is actually, once we're done with this, it's all pass. It's all pass. So that should be fun. Should be a good time. Got 3-0 for the Fangs. Good for them. Next is Goers versus Sykes. There it is, 2-0 for the Sykes. I mean, a very, very much expected result, right? You don't really expect the Sykes to lose against the Goers. Maybe in the future. I don't know. Maybe we'll see some sort of, I don't know, some sort of increase for the Goers before the Sykes, and then we'll see. We're still figuring out the pathway for mastery. Like, when am I going to train the Sykes? When I'm going to train the Goers? When am I going to do the Scout level? I think the next one is probably going to be Scout level 4. I think that's my current plan. But we will see for all the other things. Next up is Gories vs. Fangs. And that is a 2-1 for the Ronso Fangs. Good for them. Now we're going to overhead against the Sykes. Hoping for the win. Let me double check something real quick. I'll have to check after this goal. But we should be on post play. Perfect. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. That's what I thought I said. But, you know, you can never be too certain. Waka is injured, but I mean, what? Waka gets injured after 4 goals against the Sykes? I mean, they're going to have to do a lot more if they want to stay in this, and I do not have a lot of faith that they're going to stay in this. This looks, this is a slaughter. This is, yeah, it's over. It's clearly over. That is a 7-0. And we get a level up. Nice. Nice, good level up. Perfect. You can do hot springs here. Just trying to get the fatigue down, the morale up, and the win for Vilucha specifically. Yeah, I'm excited for Scout level 4. I want to say, I'm going to be wrong about this, but I want to say, isn't like Bartello in that group and stuff? Like, there's a few like named characters now. Not that our players have no names, but a lot of our players certainly have no voice lines when it comes to like the previous Scout level journey, like Scout level 3. I don't think many of them had many voice actor lines, but we'll see. And a visual max pressure. I'm trying to think who would have. Was Tats? No, Tats wasn't in there. Arguably Tats did, maybe. I think he's the dude that yells sin on the boat. But then, like, they reuse models so much, it's really hard to tell if that's actually Tats. You know what I mean? Like, it could just be a clone, because there's 7 people that look like Tats. Oh, man. Same with Becklum. Caillou died so Beckham could live, truly. I really wish they would have named Becklum Caillou and then had that tie-in from 10. Because it would have been so, like, interesting to then go back to Final Fantasy X, talk to Caillou and be like, this is Becklum. Like, this is the person in 10 too. Like, this is... Although Caillou is really, like, I think he's pretty nice in 10. So it would be a dramatic change of character as to how Beckham is. I mean, we kind of talked about it earlier. Like, Beckham's already kind of weird. Like, Yuna, in my opinion, I've talked about this so much, but Yuna's essentially a war hero. And, you know, he's so disrespectful to her. It just seems... It almost seems out of character, you know? I mean, there's also an argument that she is the representation of Yevon, and he hates Yevon. But also, I don't know what the dialogue was around that. You know what I mean? Like, he obviously knows that Yuna was branded a traitor of Yevon. I think most people do, but I don't know. That was a lie spread by the Albed. According to Yevon. I don't know. I don't know if Yuna ever set the record straight. I feel like if she did, if she went into like 10-2 and she was like, yeah, all those maesters were dead. They were super whack. They were like kind of lame. They tried to kill us all. They tried to, like, you know, make me a bride to see more forcefully, like that, and that would have been taken as her that would have been taken as her, well, taken aside, I think, in the new Yevon versus Youth League. And I think she was really trying to just like stay out of it, right? I mean, it was very much like, I don't even want to get involved with you guys, like, at all. I think that was the big thing, which I think makes sense. And I think too much time has passed. I think if she was to immediately say that, then it would have been better. Although it would have also been if she was more active as a leader to Spira. That would have been interesting as well, just in terms of, like, I mean, let's be honest, everyone would have followed her. Everyone. You beat Sin, you're the best person in the world for a while. Like, no one's gonna campaign against the beat Sin lady. Like, she could probably unite Spira for the most part. Then the question is who takes over after her, and so on and so forth. It's almost interesting she didn't, but you know what it is? I think Yevon has been in charge of Spira for so long. The people of Spira do not understand what a power vacuum is. You know what I mean? Where you lose a leader and there is a vacancy that is going to be filled, and whoever fills that, you know, good or bad, will be the guy. So they probably didn't really like Yuna and Lulu and them. They probably didn't consider the idea that, yeah, there's going to be a problem here. Yeah. I don't know. Either way, I'm way off of Blitzball. We're clearly winning. It's 2-0. I love talking about Final Fantasy in general. I don't talk too much about Final Fantasy X-2 theories as much as I do 10. But it kind of all mixes together, right? I mean, it is the Final Fantasy X universe, if you will. So, it is that. But, yeah, we got Besaid Aurochs here pushing left side. Gonna have 45 seconds to score 3 goals. Immediately gets injured. So, not a lot of scoring gonna be happening from a Besaid Aurochs standpoint. And there it is, 4-0. I'm trying to think who I would elect as leader of Spira now. I think Kamari is an obvious choice for like a new Maester, quote unquote. You don't have to call it Maester. You can call it, you know, you can call it whatever you want. Who else would be good? Rin would definitely get in there. He's got the money vote. He's got the money. He can buy his ticket. All right, well, that's 4-0 for us. I think Riku for the Albed is a really great pick, although it might go to Sid. Jiskel or not Jiskel, not Jiskel, Trommel Guado. we beckon Jiskel back from the grave, and we make him leader. There's definitely a world where you get a few people, but either way, I digress. That is intensive training shoot for Vilucha. We will theorize later, probably on stream, but thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and when you come back, gonna be playing more Blitzball. Till next time.